going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here. It's time for more Vampire Diaries as we get into episode number 6 of season 4. So yeah, we had quite an eventful last episode, I would say, with Elena killing Connor. This was, I guess, her first kill as a vampire, and of course that's really took a big toll on her, with her hallucinating, of course, as we saw at the end, which no doubt will only get worse as this episode goes on. So, yeah, obviously the whole idea of the cure for vampirism is very much needed at this moment, I would say, especially with, well, not just the things that, you know, Elena might be seeing in terms of hallucinating, but also it's just in terms of Elena's mentality at the moment. So the worst fears came about with, you know, Elena's reactions after Connor's death. So, but with Connor's death also, Jeremy now has the magical markings. So that's going to be very interesting because who's he going to tell? Because Klaus will want dibs, but yeah, he can't afford that, can he? You want to have the ball in your court, so well, we'll just have to wait and see what will happen with this episode. So, with that said, let's get into this episode of the Vampire Diaries. It's episode 6 of season 4. Let's go. I can't get over how you guys make tea or whatever. Microwave it. Oh boy. Oh no! Ah! Oh! Whoa! 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 Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no! 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 Oh no! No! No!
No!
What happened? Why didn't you call me?
I need to go upstairs and shower. Clean all the blood off my hands.
Shit. Oh, God.
Welcome back. How you feeling? Let me help you.
I don't want your help right now, Stefan.
She
She'll
real
accept Damon?
pissed.
Don't make this about Damon.
Oh boy,
You've been
yeah.
working with Klaus, doing God knows what, and don't insult me by trying to deny it.
Listen, it's not what you think, okay?
But the
I
bad
don't
thing
know
is,
what to
David's
think.
now keeping this
But I
from
do know that I
Elena.
want-
Okay, I am confuddled because I've assumed.
Well, don't let me
Okay.
interrupt. I didn't know you were here. Clearly.
You have to pull the wool over his eyes.
No, your talents are needed elsewhere. For what? I think you've got more important things to deal with, mate.
Yeah, just let him soak in the drama. Just, yeah. The DV smile.
You bought it. Oh, I bought it. Thanks for the...
This nation started yet.
So he knows.
What do you know, Mother? I'll tell you. Where are you? Manor House.
Shit.
How convenient. So am I.
Huh. Okay, what do you want to spill, Klaus?
Keep her away from any sharp wooden objects.
And you just damn the
And if we leave her alone, she'll take her own
vampire.
life before the day is out. She's stronger than that. Is she? Believe me, it's for her own good.
Jeez.
It's 24 hours. I'm rotting in an unmarked grave because
Oh
of you.
no.
No!
What's wrong?
Oh no. Ah, fuck.
He said it was a witch's curse.
You know, if
Body
I could do anything to
coming
help,
into
I
the
would,
fray.
but I...
But nothing. Wave your magic wand, hocus pocus, be gone, hunter, ghostess, whatever.
The spirits won't let me do the magic I'd need to...
Problem is, I'm immortal.
You went through this?
Yes, I
Shit,
did.
so he went through
52
hell.
years, 4 months, and 9 days. I was
What the
tormented
fuck?
in my dreams. My every waking moment. Life's little mysteries, isn't it?
How did you make it stop?
Yeah, because that's the question, but he had 52 years of it.
I didn't. Eventually, it just stopped.
That phase just got bored of tormenting Klaus.
I'm really sorry.
Are you sorry about your parents?
Okay.
It's your fault they died.
Okay. Okay.
They
Low
rode over to the
blow.
bridge with you in the car, but they weren't supposed to be there, were they? They died because of you.
Okay. Really?
And how about you and I have a little chat? Catherine?
Oh
Do you miss me?
my god.
You're looking at what people believe to be the world's first tombstone. This item
It's a
was
rock.
donated. So Ketsia killed her and buried Silas alive, leaving him powerless, immortal.
Buried alive with immortality.
This
That
might
is
actually be the origin
fucked.
story of hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Oh.
You got this?
Yeah. I'll bring
No, we
him.
might be kidding
Now, it's
Loki,
said
but.
that
Eesh.
Silas wants to rise again, regain his power, wreak havoc on the world.
Why do I feel like that's a tease for later this season?
Oh, you're just like me.
I am nothing like you.
I was you before you even existed. And when Stefan knew the real me, he hated me.
And she's gonna
I was gonna hate
just
you too.
rub it in her face that history's
Yeah,
gonna repeat
we still have
itself.
Damon.
Missing all the adventure, pal.
I'm gonna see Lara Cole.
Shane, this is my friend Damon.
We'll be cursed to walk the earth in torment until the new hunters awakened and their legacies passed on. They're called potentials. It's not
Ham. I'm sorry, but this is just like I would not be surprised, given this is a vampire show. But I would, there are just certain stuff and all of that is just borrowing from Buffy. I mean, obviously, what Buffy did and all of that isn't exactly an original idea and all of that. You've got someone who's who's going to hunt the vampires and all of that, slay the vampires. But I don't know. It's just with Buffy being near and dear to my heart and all of that. You got these hunters and all of that. More, I'd say aggravating and all of that than a Slayer would be. But, or at least for Buffy, because, Slayer's going to be different, like Faith, for example, Kendra. But you've got that, and then you've got potentials, the next one, the chosen ones, right? You got these potentials, like in Buffy, potential Slayers. That's all that's going around in my head at the minute, and I just had to make that comment now, because he's now just brought up potentials, and I'm just like, this is just getting more and more like a morbid side of Buffy, minute by minute. Like I said, it's not exactly an original idea with, Slayer and all of that, but you get it.
Yes, actually.
Yes. Well, just know that if Tyler was still sired to me, he never would have hurt you.
Look at him trying to be the hero.
I wouldn't have let him.
Her knight in
Can I at least
shining
offer you a drink?
armor.
Not gonna kill myself. Why not? Your very existence brings people nothing but pain. I mean, maybe it was worth it when you were worth
Yours
it.
doesn't?
But you're nothing now. You're a monster, Elena. You deserve
But of
to
course,
die.
this is subconscious, isn't it? Like, this isn't actually Catherine.
You have to go to Tyler.
No, stay away from me.
Let me help you.
Oh no! Oh no! Fuck's sake! And that's the problem as well. Connor's not exactly echoing Stefan's words, so. Oh shit!
Listen, you go find her, all right? Talk her down. She'll listen to you.
Oh.
Just tell me what I need to do to end this.
Oh damn! He's entrusting. Oh my god! Oh, isn't that the Windows for? Oh no! No, 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 no. Oh my god. Wickery Bridge.
Not just once, but twice. You were ready to die, remember?
This is morbid.
know what to
Just
do.
having
Yes, you do, honey.
Mama
You know
Gilbert
exactly
here.
what to do.
I deserve to die.
No. Elena. Elena. Oh my god. This.
Mommy, I didn't mean to disappoint you.
You didn't. You were everything I ever wanted you to be.
Oh, fuck.
But you died.
I can't live with myself.
Look at you. Being all glass is half empty. Let's just go talk about this before we do something stupid, okay?
The sun will be up soon.
Get out of here.
Okay. I thought he was gonna kill him.
What the hell, man?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
It's okay.
Yeah, now let's get this ring. Because that's what I feared what was gonna happen.
David?
It was gonna. Oh shit!
Don't do it.
I just can't believe that I
You
own.
weren't yourself.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for you.
Well, the bond between them is getting stronger.
It kills me for telling you this. I want you to throw my ashes off a Wickery Bridge, okay?
Nobody's trying to rest her mind
It's
to.
for you, Elena.
He's taking the high road. There we go.
How did you even get Klaus to agree to give up one of his hybrids?
Oh shit.
I agreed to go on a date with him.
Oh shit! You know, this whole drama is gonna turn into real drama.
Just celebrating the life of a fallen hybrid friend.
Oh shit. She's.
Bourbon.
Oh my god.
Turns out he made like a call a day to the same number the last month he was alive. And on the day that the council got blown up at the farm, he called it 10 times. The office of Professor Atticus Shane.
Did your, You're gonna want to come to me. Because I'm gonna be the only one who can help. Trust me on that, okay?
Oh.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing. You shady. You shady Shane.
Sent him because lately it seems like he's able to get through to you in ways that I can't. You listen to him.
Just play on to
Trust me.
recent events for
Even when you
Stefan.
can't trust me.
I didn't mean to not more than to get her back. Because the girl that she's become,
Oh.
that I've become, is
Reality.
different.
There he is.
Somehow.
Who you want?
Oh.
Something's changed between Damon and me.
It's got more purer.
I can't do this, Elena.
Oh my god.
Not anymore.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh god. Reality's just hitting in, right? But you know what? If I've had a nickel for every time, in terms of my recording perspective, I have heard someone say, I can't do this anymore in terms of a relationship and all of that. Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I've heard that this past week, I'd have 2 nickels. which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice, and heartbreaking. Other example, I've just watched Young Royals episode 5 of season 3. So yeah, funnily enough, last scene as well. Oh, that was a heartbreaking ending, though. Right? That was rough. That was rough. That was rough. So yeah, they've I guess officially parted. I mean, I feel like it's sad because I feel like the writing was on the wall, especially with, you know, how there is that loss of grip on Elena that Stefan's been feeling this season, and yeah, with the fact that Stefan's come to the acceptance that that feelings for Elena have been magnified. That feelings of Elena to Damon has been magnified, should I say. Yeah. Stelena fans, I'm gonna pull one out for you guys. I mean, I loved Stefan and Elena too, but yeah. I mean, this was quite sad, this episode. I mean, it's not just the final scene, but the contemplation of Elena throwing herself off the bridge. Yeah. I feel like with the whole breakup situation, I mean, like I said, the writing was, I guess, on the wall when it came to when it came to Stefan and Elena parting ways, but at the same time it was done in a very, very accepting sense, if that makes sense. Both Elena and Stefan read the room. There wasn't any kind of dramatics that were brought up, and yeah, and they've accepted the changes that have happened, really. So, with Elena, you know, she's admitted that she's somehow, with her vampiric self, there is a lot more darkness there, and there is that acceptance for Elena, as well as identifying that, you know, there has been a change, especially in the dynamic between her and Damon. And Stefan even admitted that, well, I practically drove you. I could see why there were certain feelings before, well, even when I should I say, became the Ripper. And it's very important that, you know, season 3 just happened and then Elena becomes a vampire. And like I said, those vampiric senses heightened, really. So yeah, but I definitely felt like a lot of the emotion came from, of course, Elena, and the hallucinations, of course, especially when it came to the Wickery. Like I said, I feel like as sad as the breakup is, it's something more benevolent, I guess, in terms of the emotions, because it's, you know, two people it's if anything, it's a really, really great breakup, because there's no dramatics, there's no, like, I say there's no heartbreaking music and all of that. I mean, it is a heartbreaking scenario, but it's you know, not like, because they've had moments where they've had to part ways and all of that. And there's been tearful moments between the pair when it came to that occasion, anyways. But this is like Elena and Stefan; they are just assessing the situation, and they are mutually parting ways. It sucks, but they are accepting if that makes sense. So yeah, and if anything, the whole emotions stemmed from the whole hallucinations, especially when it came to the Wickery Bridge. I mean, not just because, not just is it because Elena is just getting tormented more and more, but I mean, when it comes to the whole suicide aspect, and the whole situation of Elena, like essentially Elena's subconscious blaming herself. Yeah, it's just really does. It really does suck. It really does hurt. And of course, there was that supernatural aspect in terms of, there's kind of that unfinished business really when it came to Connor plaguing, and even then we got a bit of exposition with how Klaus was affected, and what was it, like 52 he kept track of the number of months and days and all of that, but still, and it was just very daunting for him to say, I didn't get over it, which is just very heartbreaking. Like, for Klaus as well, it's very heartbreaking because the fact that essentially it just departed from him, because he was not aware of any kind of way to cure Elena from this, but the fact that he contended with that day by day for 52 years is just insane. And yeah, I do sympathize with Klaus there, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Elena was seeing all of these, like, with Catherine, and it's very apt. I mean, not just is it from, like, very apt when it comes to, oh, we haven't seen Catherine in a hot second, so yeah. But it's like with her being a doppelganger, it's like, well, this is who you're going to become. You're going to become exactly like me. Heck, you might be worse. So, and Elena has done her best to stray away from Catherine, and you've got Catherine here that's just reminding her about how much she has changed, and that she's just if anything might be worse than her. So. But of course, this is also her mentality as well, speaking as well, when it comes to... Because I say that, obviously, when it comes to the whole aspect that this, whole curse scenario is in an effort to potentially have Elena die. The worst, like, it's just heartbreaking, especially when it comes to, like, mental health, and you're just self-blaming, and we had quite a bit of that in regards to, well, Catherine goading that, well, Bonnie probably hates you. She lost her grams, her mom, it's that whole everything you touch turns to ash situation. And not just that, though, but of course, Elena has been pretty against the idea of becoming a vampire, of killing and all of, and even though that Connor, like, that's it though, even though that Connor did threaten Jeremy and all of that, and I even make this mention, I think I even make this mention in the last episode, even though that Connor was threatening Jeremy and her friends, really, it's still something that she's against. It's still something that she doesn't want to do. So it doesn't matter. Like I say, it doesn't matter that Jeremy and Co are in danger. Of course it does. But the ultimate idea is that Elena is so adverse to killing, and yeah, even if she saved her brother and all of that, it still makes her sick to her stomach, really. So, but that's it with Elena. The whole situation is this entire episode, all of those worst feelings that are in her mind, they are getting brought to the forefront with visions of Connor, visions of her mom, visions of Catherine, and again, it's just really sad. It is interesting though, because I did have a moment where I did have to pause because I'm just like, okay, this is getting too much when it comes to the Buffy comparisons. Oh, 2 seconds. So I just got a call there from my mom, so yeah. Yeah, I was going to make a mention about the fact that I did pause. There was a moment that I had to pause because the references were getting too much. And like I said, I mean, obviously it would probably be deliberate because obviously the vampire show is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And, you know, there was all of this talk about, you know, hunters and all of that. Like I said, it's not a strange element because, I mean, he even had Damon refer to Jeremy as Van Helsing, who's the ultimate, you know, slayer, I guess you could say, in, you know, vampiric fiction and all of that. But, you know, you just can't help but think about all of these hunters, all of these people after these vampires and, you know, these potentials. You just can't help but think, come on. But, I mean, on a more serious note, reflecting about this episode was like, especially when it came to Elena being on the bridge waiting for the sun to come up, I was getting flashbacks to Amends. I mean, obviously, if you haven't seen Buffy, skip ahead and all that jazz, because, yeah. But, you know, it was in season 3, and obviously we had Angel being haunted by those who he has killed, given the fact that he had a pretty infamous past. And, you know, coming off season 2 and all of that, we were still dealing with, for the beginning part of season 3, Angel's ramifications of what happened. And, of course, there was this whole situation where ultimately he would be driven to the point where there would be the idea that he would kill himself in the end, waiting for the sun to come up ultimately, before he was, of course, convinced not to go through with it. So, and here we are again with Elena. I mean, obviously it's not by all the ghosts of people, because Connor was there, of course. Obviously she did kill him, but obviously she didn't kill Catherine. So yeah, and she didn't really kill her mom, although of course there is that belief in her mind that, you know, this shouldn't have happened, so ultimately your fault, right? But again, your subconscious can really, really be your worst enemy at times, especially when it, you know, there's a lot of you know, just in terms of mental health, there's a lot of self-doubt and all. I mean, I always self-doubt myself as well all the time. So when I say it can be your worst enemy, it can, yeah. And obviously this whole idea is to basically manifest those bad feelings to drive Elena to ultimately ending her life, which is really, and so, like I said, the whole idea that you're the reason why your parents are killed, that's going to be tormenting her mind, even if she, you know, didn't, even if she didn't get them killed and all of that. That's what her mind is going to be screaming. So, and it's the same with Catherine. I mean, obviously that's different considering there's no death dilemma there when it comes to Catherine. But again, you don't want to become you don't want to become, well, if anything, worse than Catherine. So especially with this whole triangle as well with Stefan and Damon, and I feel like that might have been a bit of an influence in terms of obviously the ultimate decision at the end, given the fact that she said, well, at least there's Damon there, so yeah, and you know, how do you think Stefan's gonna take it? So yeah, but yeah, this episode was really, really I mean, that's it though, like, especially when it came to the bridge, it all for me, it all was very, very heartbreaking. I mean, it was heartbreaking from the start, but it just kept getting more and more emotional. And And I was on the verge of tears just because of how heartbreaking this whole topic was. And even talking about it is because, of course, Elena's ultimate... the path was for Elena to kill herself, and like I said, you had all of these bad feelings manifest to be the pushing force. So, yeah, but yeah, of course, you had Damon try to be there, and it was, of course, very interesting how she was able to recognize, yeah. But ultimately, the whole curse thing was broken because, of course, Jeremy, I guess, was activated to be the new hunter. So, which, of course, that was always going to be very interesting to follow in terms of, okay, Jeremy's got to keep this a secret, except he couldn't afford to. So yeah, although there was that jump scare at the beginning where he just got kebabbed basically in the neck. So, yeah, but of course you got to keep a count on the ring as well because of Alaric last season. So yeah, but I will say though, because this is deviating to the Tyler talk, because there's quite a few things that I do need to speak about in regards to Tyler. But obviously, poor Chris, right? The thing is, though, I really, really did like that talk when it came to, discussing Chris, mourning Chris, if anything, when it came to, the whole Caroline Tyler debacle. Of course, I feel like the more they keep this ruse up, the more it's not so much going to become a ruse now that Caroline has agreed to go on a date with Klaus. I mean, that's gonna that's gonna fuel certain shippers, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, the more you're gonna play this ruse, the more you're gonna blur between the lines, isn't it? But again, I digress. I did like that talk because at the end of the day, even though and for us as the viewers, of course, we're going to relate a lot more to Elena than Chris, because Elena, main character, we've known her. Chris, I think, has only been in this episode, and then, yeah. But for you've got to really immerse yourself into the character's perspective, if that makes sense. For Tyler, yeah, it hurts. And yeah, it would hurt that Elena's dead as well, but it's not... this whole sacrifice a friend for a friend situation, it's like, especially since hybrids have just been dying left, right, and center these past few episodes, it's gonna hurt. So, yeah, I mean, I do understand where Tyler is coming from about being hurt about the fact that we lost a friend for a friend. I mean, that trade-off is just very impactful. So, yeah, I did really like that talk, because you gotta put yourself in Tyler's perspective about him just losing someone else of his pack, really. So yeah, so yeah, but like I said, that whole ruse thing that you're playing against Klaus, the lines are getting blurred here because obviously Caroline dropped that bombshell in regards to dating, being on the date with Klaus, and yeah, the whole idea was to. But the thing is, that's going to fuel Klaus even further in terms of romanticizing Caroline. So, yeah, but ooh, very, very, yeah, very, very impactful stuff there. So yeah, but I do find it very, very interesting about Shane and his talk about the whole Silas situation as well, because I feel like that's foreshadowing something for the end of season 3 potentially. They hyped up that name so much, especially with that immortality thing, and how he's ultimately going to be out once, like, at some point looking for revenge. That is not something you're going to bring up just as passing, like, yeah, well, it's you know, irrelevant information, especially in terms of, you know, what this show consists of. Yeah, so I feel like they're just I feel like this was the writers trying to say, keep an eye out for, you know, that name to pop up in the future, because, you know, that wasn't just a passing reference or whatever. That wasn't just, like, referencing, you know, I don't know, a past president or something. I don't know. I just feel like that was a tease for something at the end of season 4. So I think I said season 3. We've already passed season 3. So, but you get the idea. Season 4. When we come to the end of that, that's probably going to come about again. So, yeah. But no, that's what I just wanted to say on that front. But yeah, like I said, I mean, this was a really, really strong episode and very heartbreaking. Like I said, when it came to Elena and just battling with all those like I said, bad those bad thoughts coming to the forefront, whether it's Connor, whether it's Catherine. And it was very, very heartbreaking just because of the whole subject of course, suicide and these bad thoughts, these worst feelings just coming to the forefront. Yeah. So. But like I said, a very strong episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!